Um, I've been playing Verdant Moon for quite a while now, and every few months or so, I take a pretty long, actually, yeah, a pretty long break from the game because I get bored. I get bored pretty easily. I eventually come back every once in a while. Uh, Usually whenever the game updates, but recently, well, they don't even update that much, anyways. But recently, I've been thinking a lot about the lore of Verdant Moon and how I've somehow never really thought about it this hard. You know, like the game doesn't really shove all of the information in your face. But I don't think most games actually do this anyway. But I always usually skip past it anytime a game does this because I just really wanted to get to the gameplay, you know. But this time I'm gonna try making some content off of my curiosity, and I'm gonna try to go as in depth as I can about this, if that's even possible. These 6 brain cells left in my brain probably can't spark together what all of this means, but I'm gonna try anyways. Also, this video is pretty much a re-explanation, or I guess continuation, I guess, of Bowser's old video, because it's pretty outdated. And from recent updates, we have a lot more information, like a lot more information than we had before. And it's been like 7 months, I think. I don't even know, man. Also, I'm now in the middle of writing some of this. April 12th, by the way. And I've discovered through some Reddit posts and research myself that this game is heavily inspired by the anime known as Rewrite. However, I'm still going to explain this as its own separate thing because well, probably, from what I've heard, this is pretty similar or almost almost a direct copy to the anime. But again, I'd rather just speak of this as if it was its own thing, even though it's probably going to be the same as the anime, lore-wise. You know, like lore-wise, obviously. Honestly, I'm just doing this for fun, and I don't want to have to watch an entire anime just to understand this more, because I just don't find that fun, you know? During the start of really any playthrough at all, if you didn't skip literally all of the dialogue that was given to you, or that you get to, you might have noticed the phrase "the song" brought up quite a bit. Most starting NPCs that don't really do anything for game progression will probably mention this. Almost entirely from the dialogue, some communities were able to discover and piece together what the meaning of it is, and what happened. In the far, far past, probably, in the world of Verdant Moon, the catastrophic phenomenon referred to and known as by people, the song occurred. We can only assume that this was caused by like all creatures of nature collectively, or maybe all of nature was just like one singular entity itself. Though, like through the dialogue, the cause is referred to as a singular female, so it's most likely like one singular entity, or maybe it's just a metaphor of some sort. I don't really know. The song happened in retaliation to the large populations of humans, ruining all ecosystems across the planet. Any dialogue that I know of does not really tell us what happened to humanity, but a decent percentage of it was likely killed during the song. However, we do not need any dialogue to explain what happened to Earth. We can see in the game, many large structures and significant changes occurred to probably all of nature. You can really see this, like, for example, in Abyssal Heights and especially the Grey Garden, because, like, there's just, like, nature and shit, like, everywhere. Like almost like all like previous forms of, I don't know, advancements were like pretty much not there anymore, if you know what I mean, I guess. Uh, Most likely, this happened to prevent humans from staying alive and ruining the Earth again, forcing all of humanity to pretty much start over. So, after this song is destroyed pretty much like most established civilizations and resources, everyone we see in the game, like NPCs and stuff, had pretty much had to like completely start over and just like form new civilizations and communities, you know. But it's not like they exactly like traveled back in time and became like cavemen or something, because like we still had knowledge of like, you know, like basic knowledge of how the world worked, and like we knew how to stay alive. But pretty much all of that was like thrown out the window, because all of our like useful items, like electrical items and like appliances, like radio waves or something, and like nuclear energy, like we can't use that anymore for like no, like it like there was no explanation whatsoever. But however, something else like just as good was discovered. Magic was discovered, you know, like you can obviously tell like in the game, because there's spells and relics, and then of course arcana spells, especially augments, you know, like it could use augments to like increase the power and abilities of their weapons. Speaking of which, yeah, pretty much guns didn't really, you know, have a use anymore, because it's a little bit more difficult to you know, I guess kill trees, like trees with guns, you know. Obviously, yeah. Also like twigs, and I kind of forgot to mention that, like twigs and stuff, or like not like actual twigs, but that's just what they're calling in the game, like enemies, like from the earth formed, like twigs and swigs, or rocks, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. So yeah, they pretty much just like use that to like make spells and like augment their weapons, I guess. There are also uh, other living species out there. We have learned that all of the humans are quote unquote dissonant, and all other creatures are non-dissonant. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced dissonant. It maybe just I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm just gonna say dissonance. Most likely, this is because they're the only ones not fighting against the song's destruction, or are just made because of it. A pretty good example of this would be the twigs and swigs. They were just made like from the earth itself, while other entities such as daemons could still have been made from the song's changes, or already been here before without us knowing, and they're just now showing themselves. Nonetheless, from the recent updates, we have a lot more things to go over, and it could change previous lore we thought of. For example, the Guardian, which is also referred to as the Chad Swig in the unofficial Trello, and the Korea Temple itself don't really have an explanation for existing that I currently know of. Besides the Angel Bass and the Aeon NPC you talk to for prestiging, I don't know if there's any obvious lore behind it. However, the dialogue from Aeon gives a lot of insight about this. After all this time, you've returned. This world has rotted to the core, perhaps more than our last meeting. Your memory has grown more fragile as well. Nonetheless, her song has yet to cease, rotting this world even further whilst we waste time. To prevent that, pray, lend me your strength. Let us weaken this song of destruction, Sacrifice your efforts to me, and we shall let your new form proceed with our holy mission, to lose it all, and to gain it all. Do you understand? Are you ready? You'll truly lose everything. Then pray. Give yourself to this world, and end her song. This implies that whenever you prestige in-game, your character somehow loses some of their memory, or rather is like metaphorically becomes more susceptible to losing their memories, which implies that, obviously your character can somehow, and well, it also implies that their memories are important, obviously. Also, the prestige system in-game is also referred to as sacrifices, and the dialogue from Aeon shows that in doing so, you'll lose your strength and efforts, which is like literally what he just said, or just some of your in-game progress, not lore-wise, like for the actual game, This could mean a lot of things for like what sacrifice actually means in the game, but for now, there isn't a really whole lot to go off of from what I've seen. So I'll just leave this as a sort of work in progress project, because I don't want to be stuck on this forever. If this video is perceived well, I might make a part 2 adding more onto this, which I'll most likely do regardless if I really want to. But if this does good, then I'll probably prioritize it like way more. And people who want to see more will likely get it much faster. But for now, at least, this is the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it and you were entertained.